Everybody, this is Wellington Needs from Computer Science Zimbabwe, and they will be focusing on consuming SOAP services in Java. And to just begin with, SOAP is a protocol that uses XML to encode its HTTP-based communication, allowing application to communicate over a network. So it's just different from RESTful APIs. This is another structure that you can send that allows communication between network two applications. And also, you have to understand that um, SOAP is uses what is called a WSDL, which is Web Service Description Language. So Web Service Description Language is an SML-based language that describes the functionality offered by a SOAP web service. So since this tutorial is not about explain much of or SOAP or WSDL, it's about writing code. Just go straight to the code, but these are just the basics you have to know about SOAP. So um, the on my screen here, you can see this is a SOAP UI. So this is one of a tool that is used to to um, to uh, to to navigate or in what can I say to utilize SOAP services. So um, for anyone who doesn't know what is a SOAP service or a WSDL file, I'm going to share my screen and show you some of the WSDL file, and we're going to work around with it, play around with it on the SOAP UI, and then after that we're going to write our code in Java and consume those services in Java. Some of the things that contains SOAP, I will just explain as I'll be writing code, because some of the things you understand them when I'm writing code. So I'm going to switch my screen here and go to a browser. So I'm going to just go to a browser. Um, But SOAP, it's one of the interesting topics, and just simple and straightforward um, topics. So let me share my screen. Um, okay, so let me share my screen. So this is the browser. So as you can see, this is my browser. I'm going to just say some free WSD file for testing. So, like what I said, compiled list here, I'm going to here because a compiled list of free working WSDF file. So, like what I've said before, um, SOAP use this language of web service description language, which is WSDF file. So this is the format. So just want to click another URL so that you can see the format for the WSDF file. So I'm going to remove the equal sign here so that you can see this is the format of what a WSDF file looks like. So this WSDF file just it have the format for what how you going to access the applications, different applications. When let's say you want to call for so this WSD file is for country info services. So as you can see here, let me go back so that you can understand bit by bit. So here you can find the list of continent by name. You can find the list of continents by code. You can find the currency name and a lot of information or the capital city by just entering the ISO code, the country code, and you can find. So with this service, this is the WSDL file here that you are I'm opening on my browser, and from using this, if you access this, you hit these endpoints, you are able to to get these results. So um actually I said you can use SoapUI. Also, another aspect is you can use also uh probably Postman. But Postman is some disadvantage. Actually, you see the disadvantages of using Postman when you are using it as WSDL5, because the problem with using Postman, it doesn't create you some uh, um, fixed classes that you can use to access your WSDL file. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to choose this one. So this link here, it's because I think these ones that I've left them because they've no much to look at. This is just a calculator, WSDF for calculated temperature. This one is for number conversions. That you, when you put a number, it converts to if you put 10, it put the number 10 in words. That is it. And this is hello service WSDL file. So without much wasting of our time, let us go back to SoapUI. So I'm going to SoapUI now. So this is my SoapUI, as you have seen. So now I want to consume that web service. So I'm just going to call it country, and I'm going to put the link that we've copied there. So you can put a link here, or you can put the location, or if you can download the WSDL file and put the link there. So I'm going to put OK. So here it's generating all the can say all the classes that are there. So here, if I go to this one, capital city, this class, you can say this class, capital city. So you just tell me what should I have to do to find um, um, a capital seat of a nation that I decide to put in. Let's say the ISO code, you have to understand, okay, before we go there, the ISO code, you have to know the ISO code is like, for me in Zimbabwe here, I can say our ISO code for Zimbabwe is ZW. So I'm going to put ZWL, and here you can see that the endpoint is quite quietly already available. So I'm going to put ZW. So here I want to find the capital city for this capital city for ZW. So here I'm hitting the endpoints. So here on this side, which is my right, um, I have to click XML. So here I can see, you can see this is Harare, the capital city here is Harare, so which is good. So I can put another ISO code for another country. Let's put USA, and we hit. So let us see it's Washington. So as you can see here, all of these classes, all of these classes um, uh, allows us to get information about a continent, a country, and imagine, let's say you are creating an application and you want a service to 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 get all countries information, like if you see some of the application that created in that lists countries, you imagine we're getting get that endpoint. This is one of the tools that you can use. This the BSDL file, it contains all the countries' informations, and by using this, you can just convert these into, if you are like as you are focusing on Spring Boot, we can just use this and apply it in a Spring Boot application. So this is just a final example. I'm going to click final info. So full country information. So here I'm going to put let me just say full can let's say this one. This one I don't like it because just okay, we can go there. Yeah, we can let's just use actually you can try to own for yourself um this soap UI. You have to download it just for free. You can download it and use it. So I'm going to click here. So about ZW, our country Zimbabwe. So it's just showing me that the ISO code for our country Zimbabwe is ZW, the name is ZW, the capital seat Harare, and the phone code is 263, and the continent it's AF, which is Africa, and the ISO code, which is ZWD, ZW dollar. Of course, it has changed now because now it's um, it's it's ZWG. So but anyway, it's quite good. And here it's URL for a flag and the language, though they say English, but we have Shona, with Dewele and other languages. But anyway, but you can see how useful are these services, and these are readily available services. You don't need to buy them, but yeah, you don't need to buy them if you are building an application instead of just paying for an endpoint to use to get these infos about countries. You can just use this WSDL file and you do what you are going to do next, which is very important stuff. So this is just the best default. So okay, before we go to the next step, as you can see, these ones, this board, these payloads, these are called XMLs. Like what XMLs? So these are XMLs. So this request is an XML and this response is a XML. So that SOAP service is all about the sending of XMLs. So now when we go to Java, Java is an API that we can use to implement this, which is called the Java architecture for XML bindings, which a Java architecture for XML bindings, which is JXB, which we are going to discuss on. So without much wasting of our time, I'm going to just create a simple project. We just write some codes, and we're going to implement what you are seeing here on this SOAP service on our on the Java application. So um, to just add the SOAP services, they I said about Java that in Java we have what is called the JAXB, Java architecture for XML bindings. So if you are okay, um, eh, depending on okay, I want to I need to say many things, but for just at the beginning, you have to understand that that API marshalling and unmarshalling the XMLs. So when we're saying marshalling, it convert our Java objects into XMLs, and unmarshalling it changes the XML into Java objects. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to unmarshals, marshalling and marshalling and marshalling these XMLs, which is quite fantastic. So I'm looking for a browser. So we do what we do here. I think we're opening a browser right now. So okay, this is what we're using. So I'm going to just initialize a project. Initialize a project. So here, you all know about this. We have discussed this as Marvin, and here I'm going to just say SOAP service. This is a soap service. Soap service. This is quite interesting. The jar. So yeah, I'm going to select of course Lombok. Lombok is good. And I'm going to say web service. So we're going to select this Spring Web Services. As you can see, it allows creation of flexible websites using one manipulate XML payloads. So what else can I need? I think we're going to use these ones and we're going to generate this file. So um, I'm going to pause a little bit so that we don't waste our time when I'm extracting this and loading this to our IntelliJ. So now I've did that. So let me um, show you the screen. So this is the project that we've opened, and here if you look at our pom.xml, this is Spring Boot services, which is correct. So first of all, to allow us to be using our our um, to be able to generate the classes, Java classes from the WSDL file, we have to make use of a plugin, the Maven plugin, which will help us to generate the Java classes from a WSDL file. So in here, in this plugin, I'm going to add the plugin. The plugin here, I'm going to just put the group ID. It's form .sun.xml ws, and here it's not documentation. Here it's going to remove this. The version as well, it's good. Here it's oh it's so here it's Java X plugin, this one. Of course, we've put already this one in the version 3 point something. So here going to put some. Uh, Actually, I had a network problem, so I'm very sorry. So, but anyway, here we have to put some exclusions, executions. Sorry, some executions. So on the executions, we're going to put execution. And on execution, we're going to put goals and a go. So our goal is to, this is WSM import, and we have to add some configurations, main Java, and here we're going to say, so destination, this one. I'm going to put this uh, classes, classes, TIR, and here it's extensions too. So that's it. So now we're waiting. We are left with putting this URL. So what I'm going to do here is um to copy the WSDL file which you saw it there on our here. I'm going to go to the browser this one. So here it's here we going to click this one. So we clicked the wrong one. This one. So uh if I remove this, so if you copy this one from this one, this whole file, this WAV file. If you copy and put in a web based uh, uh, a notepad or a notepad, and you just give it a name that you want, and you save it as a as a WSDL file. You have just created the WSDL file. So I'm just going to do that and host that WSDL file on a server that I'll be able to to access. So I'm going to go back to my uh, my code here. So here I've hosted the WSD file for that application for this one that I've downloaded. This HTTP underscore slash localhost slash WSDL slash countries. Just name it countries dot WSDL like this. Uh, Let me verify. Is that what I've named it? Yes, it's countries WSDL file. So uh, verified. That's cool. So you can see this. I've hosted this WSDL file on a web server. So that's why what you have to do to host that WSDL file on a web server, so that you'll be able to generate those classes. So what I'm going to do here is uh, to load, to make sure that we load uh, this dependence, so that um, they'll be configured on our application. And here on this, I'm going to just say to click install, so that the Java classes can be generated. So let us see and wait and wait and wait and see. Um, as you can see, this console, uh, things are happening. So if you go to target here, you can see generate sources there, generated there. So I want to look for, we have said it's country info. So if you go here to our source.java, so here, there's, if you look at here, my spelling here, it's source, SRC, my source here, it's not correct. So we have put these WSTO, these generated files in a wrong location. So I just want to delete them. Delete it. Let me delete. So, and we correct this source, W RC like this. And let me load again. Or I can just delete also this target. Doesn't matter, so that we can just start clean. So I'm going to install again. So uh process finished and it's okay. So if you go to our source here, we have told that the generated classes will be in the source in the source main Java. As you can see, this is the country info. You can see these are the Java classes that have been generated from a WSDL file. All these XML have been generated to form Java classes. So if you look here, this is the format of the code. If you look at capital City here, and this is the format of the code. This is the format of the code. So that's it. So one of the things that we want to do now is to say in this package, you want to create a configuration file that um, we're going to say, going to just name it, uh, just say country, because this is dealing with country. Just name it country config. That's it. So this is a class. So here, so we want to configure this application that whenever it is accessing these Java classes, it has to marshal to marshalling and unmarshalling. Marshalling and marshalling these classes to make them to convert them to XMLs and to convert them to Java classes. So here I'm going to just put configuration. It configuration. So we have marked this class as a configuration. So I'm going to create a bin. So we're going to say public um, this JXB marshaller. This is the one to use. So I'm just going to say marshaller. So this one. Um, what do we want here? We want to say JXB marshaller equal to new JSP marshaller. So here marshaller want to tell this marshaller that you have to use this the classes dot set context path. You have to use this the package name that we have defined, which is uh, country info. So we are telling our marshaller that it has to make use of these classes. Um, these classes, as you can see, this is classes. These classes are different. You can see the XML accessor type. Uh, okay. Yeah, I need to say this at first when I said uh, uh, for you to create a class that you can convert to XML, you have to implement this. So these are what I was avoiding to say. Actually, you can do. I'm just letting you do a research on so that you can understand how to create a class that you can convert to XML, and you can do vice versa to return back to Java classes. So we're telling the our marshaller that it has to use these ones, these classes that have to be matched to XML and to be break back to Java classes. So here we have did this and we have to return the marshaller. So that's it. So this is it. So now I'm going to create like what you can say is a sort of a client or a service that we have to use so that we can generate uh, some files. We can we can access these WSM these Java classes. So I'm going to create a class. You can just say this class you just say you can say just this one is a country service country service country service. So this one is a class. We can just say it's service. Uh, anyway, okay. So here we have to extend this to use web uh, service support gateway. Um, so now the first, so later, what can we do here? Want to get the capital seat. So this is the capital seat. There's some implementation that we did at SOAP. We want to get the capital seat. So I'm going to create a class that give us the capital seat. So here, if you can see here, the capital seat, if you just want to look of what you have to do to access this, is to say uh, capital city will pass a value of the IC code and on the response. To get the response, we say get capital results and we get the response, which is good. So I'm going to just implement this, and you can practice I just implement one of the things that you want there. So I'm going to go here, uh, here, just say capital city response. Uh, sorry, I'm fast, right? So you just say public capital city response. So get you can say get capital city, and here on this we're going to just put a string. This is a string. We say the ISO code, and we create this. So here, so we are want to 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 create a request. I just have to say capital city. Here to call this. You say request. Just going to put request equal to the uh, new capital city. Here I'm going to set the request dot set ISO country code, which is the ISO code we have put there. And here for the response, you just say capital city response. This is the response equal to capital city response, then get uh, this web says template. We're going to use this web says template dot send and receive. Um, so here we're going to put the URL here and the payload here, payload payload here, which is the request here. So and that's it, and we return, just return. Here we return the response. So that's it. So I'm going to go and collect the URL. Okay, let me see. I can find the URL that we can use here on this interface. So so in this interface, actually, the best way we can just is go to just the SOAP URL, SOAP UI, sorry, SOAP UI. Let me look for SOAP UI. I think this it's one of the interesting topics. It's very interesting, and you 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 it's just interesting. So I'm looking for SOAP UI guys. So um, I'm trying to think of something when to just keep you tuned in, and whilst okay, I found it. So yeah, so I'm just going to collect this URL. So I'm going to go back to Java. Uh, next time, I think next time to make this fun, this tutorial is fun. I'll be putting some music. We'll put some music, and the music will be in the background, and we are writing code. Because then the the our software developers, when you're writing code, you're putting your headphones in, and want to make this fun. So that's this is it. So we just have created this one one service. So I'm going to configure this one this service into a configuration here to say it been public uh, country service um what the name we can do this this one this one is still a configuration that in this class, the class service, you have to 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 implement the marshalling and marshalling of the file. You can just say um, uh, config. Let me just say config. So here to put JXP and just say Marshall, and we do this and we say our country service. It's because we can say um, country service. We say can say country service equal to new country service like this, and we say country service dot um, set what I've um, set Marshall. So you put the Marshall and here say country service dot set Marshall. So it will be marshalling uh, Marshall. Then we return the country service like this. So what we've just did here is to say the code it has to read all the methods in this class, and it has to marshal it and unmarshal it. So that's it. So we can just do a simple test. We can do a test. Let's just do a test. I'm going to just do a test for this one. Generate a test. A test. So this is a test. I just say add Spring Boot test. Then add test. Uh, say void. Void. You just want to uh get capital city. Capital city. So so just like that. So here I'm going to say auto wire, auto wire, auto auto wire, auto wire. This service country service like this. So so okay. What I need to do right there is to uh, is to like first why I tend to do a test. I I just have the why should I open Postman? I was led to just open Postman, so that's why we have to create to do this test. So, but anyway, it's just fine, and yeah, I'm going to say country service dot uh, what the method that we created here. Mm, get capital city. I was seeing that, but I don't know why. Here you just say get capital um city. Just say ZW here. So let me just say system dot out dot print in. We just take all of this. Okay, let me remove all of this. So let us just uh say copy city city of, okay, let me just do let me just okay, of ZW. I wanted to my spelling for capital. This one, capital. So let's just run this test um, and see what we have done. Are we good or are we bad? Okay, we are having an error. Mm, no marshal are registered. Check configuration for web service template. This one. So here, let me look for another year. So country service. So here, didn't. Okay. So we run this in back mode. So what? So okay, test pass 0 and yeah. So let me run this test again. See what is happening. What happened? What happened? Okay, our test has failed. No marshal are registered. Check configuration of web service template. So let me look for that. So this area we are facing it. Our code is quite good. It's in this class. So Java, no marshal register, but we've registered this marshal. So okay. Let us look at this. So let us remove this as a service annotation. Um, the error will be corrected. So um, let us run this code again, the test again. So here, country dot. So here we need to put dot to string. I think so. Not to string. I think so. To string. So let us run the test again. So we have removed a service so that um, the configuration can use that class. So that's it. So let us check and see, watch and see.